What's poppin', Soda Squad? Today we're gonna look at what weapon should you be using in Shotgun Farmers. Some people in my Twitch chat wanted me to make a tier list of weapons, so here we are. I've never actually made a tier maker, so this should be pretty fun. We're gonna start with the M6 Bean. I used to have it down here at D. I thought it was probably one of the worst weapons. We're gonna move it up to C though, because it does have the range aspect. It uses ammo and burns it up real quick, so it's kind of meh. You're lucky to even get like 2 or 3 kills with it, even if you have perfect aim. Maybe if you got all headshots is okay, but it's not like top tier, I don't think, personally. P-Volver, I don't use it too often, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in B because you can use it to heal people, which a lot of people honestly don't even heal, but it does have really good accuracy. You can one-shot people with headshots. It's pretty decent, but it only has 6 Ps inside of it, you know, revolver, pea shooter. It's all right. You know, it's definitely a gun where, like, if you see it and you're out of ammo, you should be happy to use it because you'll probably get some quick kills, but you're gonna have to look for another gun like immediately. So we're gonna leave that down in the B tier. I'm actually putting the chili thrower at the very bottom. If you've been trying to get Hellish Harvester, you probably understand the pain of using the chili thrower. It's fun. It's unique. I mean, you got a flamethrower. In the same time that it takes to kill the guy with the chili thrower, you could have went and made a 5-course meal, went on vacation, came back, and you'd still be waiting for him to die from the burnout. So it's okay. It's fun. It makes for a good challenge because it's kind of hard to use it, and especially if you're in like a mass of people, there's no shot that you're ever gonna clear them unless you are really good with your movement. I'm putting the rocket launcher at B because you only get 4 shots. You have potential for multi-kill. It's not super consistent, and it doesn't always one-shot. It's okay. If they have shields, they're kind of just living through it, and sometimes the delay is hard to aim, especially if you're doing stuff at range. So I'm gonna leave it at B. Some people might disagree with that. Rocket launcher is one of my favorite weapons. When I pick it up, I know I'm gonna get kills with it, but you're looking for a new weapon so quickly after you're done with it that I just can't put it any higher than B. Let's do this Hypergus rifle. I'm gonna put that at A. You get 10 shots, not bad. It does require some aim, and if you miss your headshots, you don't get the 1 shot, but it does a lot of damage. Obviously, you're gonna be doing trick shots with the Hypergus rifle. It's a good meme. So we're gonna put the Gromado launcher in B for the same reason I put the rocket launcher in the pea shooter, or P-Volver, sorry. You have, what, 6 shots, and it's kind of inconsistent. It's hard to aim sometimes, but it's very good. Don't get me wrong. The Gromado launcher is awesome. You can one-shot people with direct hits, even get some good bounce shots, but it can be inconsistent. Next, we have the Watermelon MG. This thing, I'm like very iffy on. Because like on one end, you can get a lot of kills with it. It comes with 40 bullets. It can be slow, and especially if you have to aim down sights. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I'm gonna put the Watermelon MG for myself in C. The same as the M6 Bean. Like, you have the range, you've got a little bit of a wind up, it's got a big spread for hip fire, it's slow, you got to be quick switching to your shovel all the time to move, which you should be doing anyway. Always quick switch because you run so much faster. You can get a lot of kills with it, but I think it's a little less easy to use than these, and it does have a lot of ammo. I feel like I should put it in B. Nah, we're gonna put it, yeah, we're gonna leave it in B. Where would I put the shovel? There's so many different places you could go because there's like a lot of potential. I'm gonna put it in A for a weird reason. Okay, so if you're good with the shovel, you can one-shot someone with 100 shield and full health, right? Through an assassination, and you can do some cool flicks. You can move really fast. It helps you get around quicker. Not to mention all the skins you get with it. So it's a very fun weapon to use. It's actually not bad. The melee weapon is good. You do have to walk all the way up to somebody, though, which can be a little hard, especially if they're using something like, you know, the M6 Bean, Watermelon MG, Hypergus rifle. Those are situations where those guns, even in C tier, will dumpster a shovel person. But the shovel's not bad. Shovel's pretty good. Oh, the bow. The bow. I'm currently trying to get the Cupid challenge done. I'm honestly going to put the bow in D tier because you move fast, you can do a good amount of damage, but you gotta, you know, you gotta tug on the bowstring. It takes some time. You're immobile when you're doing it, and for me at least, it feels weird to aim it. I don't know if that's the case with anyone else. Maybe I'm just bad with it. I am pretty bad with it, but it never seems to shoot the same way every time, and like you have to lead your shots, but sometimes you don't. I don't know. And even sometimes when you do a fully charged shot and you hit like chest, it's not even that much damage. Sorry, bow. I love bows in games, but that's going into D tier. Now we're getting to my two faves. All right, I'm honestly putting these two together here at S tier. The shotguns are phenomenal. Now, base shotgun, people argue about base shotgun versus shovel. I see the poll on Twitter from shotgun farmers. You can do jump shots with it. You can get the spots that are maybe harder to get to otherwise using just the shovel. Not to mention, it has really good range for a shotgun. Like, you'd be surprised at the range you can headshot somebody with the base shotgun, and it's all you ever need. Now, if someone's really, really good with like an M6 bean, a watermelon G, the bow even, the Snipergus rifle, they'll probably kill you. Rocket launcher users, if they know how to use it, they will absolutely destroy you. But overall, I think you're using it the most. This is the gun you should get good with first. I pretty much never run out of ammo. The shotgun jump is so useful, especially for confusing people. I don't use it too often, except for to get to, you know, quick escapes, quick aggression moves. But there's definitely a lot more potential out there than that, like using extra movement in the air. Like, you can even combo it with the shovel, where you jump, shotgun shot over them, shovel flick to an assassination, and it's cash money. I'm gonna put the double cob up there for the same reason. It uses the ammo from the base shotgun, but it has a slightly lower range, I believe. That's what it feels like. I haven't looked at the actual like statistics and numbers of the weapons, but it feels like it has a shorter range, but you can one-shot people with shields if you do a headshot. So good. The only downside that I don't like on it, as opposed to the base shotgun, is you have that weird double barrel reload mechanic, that animation that goes on, and sometimes that delay can get you killed. So I feel like the base shotgun kind of beats it out slightly on that. Especially if you have good movement, you can use the base shotgun, clean up anyone even with shields, maybe two shot in the head. There is a category in here that they didn't include, but I want to talk about the throwables. The Molotov, I think I would put in B tier, honestly, because the Molotov would be B tier, mostly because it has really good point control potential. If you're playing Scarecrow, or what is it, the control point Scarecrow mode, I forget the name off the top of my head, brain fart time, you can slap that bad boy onto the Scarecrow and any enemies who walk on are getting cooked. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's really good for that reason. So the Lemonade, I'd actually put in A tier for a throwable, and granted, I'm really bad at throwables, so I'm not putting or taking into account like skill level with throwables, but the usefulness of it is so good, because if you throw that, even if you hit like 1-2 people on a point, you blind them, and the blind lasts forever. Like, about as long as it takes to kill someone with a chili thrower. It does a little bit of dot damage, which honestly isn't even that useful, but the fact that they're blinded for such a long period of time, you can easily clean them up with your main weapon. So Lemonade is actually really, really good. The pineapplenade, I put in like C. It's all right. It can put smoke down. It blows up. It does a really minuscule amount of damage. I'd honestly even put it at D, because it's not very often that people are gonna actually be affected by the smoke. Maybe if there's a lot of people sniping, or there's one guy in particular just popping off with the Snipergus, it could be useful, but I never use it. It's a fun meme to try and throw and hit people. You can also put the Ghost Pepper in there. I'm honestly going to put Ghost Pepper at C for the power-up. I think it's the only power-up in the game currently. The Ghost Pepper is okay, but like currently there's a lot of bugs with it, like your head's floating. A lot of times it ends up being pretty useless, but it can be useful in certain situations. At distance, it's hard to see them, but up close, it's pretty easy to find them and track them. One-shot them with a shotgun. But, I mean, some people can't see them very well, or if you use the chili thrower with it, you just spin around them with a chili thrower, there's no shot they see you. Like, they'll be so confused. Or mix it with the Lemonade, they're definitely not seeing you. I guess at that point, you don't really need the Ghost Pepper, though. I did see they are adding a AK-47, and based off what I have seen from the AK-47, I would put the AK-47 at A tier. It looks a lot better than the M6 Bean and the Watermelon G, and it's a nice middle ground between those two, I think. And I think the game needs more ranged weapons, because right now, like, what do we have for ranged weapons? We have the Watermelon G, the M6 Bean, I mean, technically the Grenade launcher and the rocket launcher and the bow. And none of those are really all that great except for the Snipergus rifle, obviously. I think it'll be a nice change of pace. There'll be a lot more long-range kills, and honestly, it might even be bumped up to S once we finally have it live, and it might bump the shotgun down here. We'll have to see, though. If long-range kills are more viable, it'll definitely be the top pick for sure. So it kind of depends on the map too. Any close cluttered map like Oceanside or even the barn one. The barn one's kind of in the middle. There's a lot of different areas. It's a big map. But anything with clutter is going to be better for the shotguns. If you disagree with anything, let me know. We can discuss it. I'd love to see what you think is the greatest weapon in shotgun farmers as of right now. I was also thinking about doing my own tips video. I've seen some people doing really good tips videos out here. I would go ahead and make my own tips video if people were interested and they wanted tips specifically from me, and I would go very in-depth with everything about the game and how to play, like, you know, the ninja of shotgun farmers. Otherwise, I also have a video idea where I talk about some of the suggestions I see on the Discord and what I think would be a really fun addition to the game, the map ideas, the skins. And if you have an idea already for a Shotgun Farmers edition, why don't you drop it down in the comments below and I'll let you know if I think it's a great idea. And if you're not already part of the Discord on Shotgun Farmers, I'll pass it along and see if other people love it too. Alright, that's going to be it for this video today. Thank you everyone for watching. If you made it this far, be sure to drop a like down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to slap update time. We're actually going to be doing a lot of indie horror games, and we're going to stream some more horror games Fridays and the weekends, specifically at night, to try and deter, you know, the younger crowd out of those. I hate to bring them out of it, but you know, some of the games we're going to be playing for horror are going to be, you know, gory, spooky, scary. I don't want to scar any children. So if you have any horror game suggestions, drop it down below. I've currently already got a bunch of indie games for YouTube. We're going to be doing some stuff off itch.io. We've also got Dying Light, Dead Space, a potential Minecraft series, either on YouTube or on Twitch. So if you don't already follow me on Twitch, follow me at twitch.tv/MinneSoda stream. It's literally just my channel name plus stream at the end because someone took my name. I thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, Soda Squad.